What's up, guys? Chris here with some FLO-osophy, and I'm on my soapbox, or rather my Perform Better box. What we're talking about today is from Kevin Dean, homeboy out in Connecticut. What up? And what he said was, learn how to network immediately. Again, we're going over advice for young trainers getting into the industry and some of the things they should know or need to know when entering the fitness industry. Networking is one of the biggest things that's going to save your life as a fitness professional or any industry you're in. My buddy Rich one time said, your network is your net worth, and it's so true. And the only way I can really describe this to you, besides talking about how me and Kevin met with networking, is how I came upon Animal Flow. So a friend of mine, actually let's go back. I can talk for hours and hours about networking, but here's the first thing. So a friend of mine worked for TRX back in the day, and she was the East Coast rep. So as the East Coast rep, she would always come from San Fran. She would come out to the city, and we became friends. From that, she would go to all the different gyms in New York City, so I would volunteer as a friend just to pick her up, drive her around New York, accompany her from different gyms and meet all these different people. From all these people I've met, through her, I wound up meeting my buddy Doc Perry. Now, if you guys don't know Doc Perry from Stop Chasing Pain, you should know him. He's blowing up, he's doing everything, he's traveling around the globe, doing seminars and workshops and all that fun stuff. Now, from my friend Denise, wound up meeting Perry. From Perry, I met a ton of other people, but I'm gonna fast forward the story. I met a friend of mine through Denise and Perry. We took the first TRX sports medicine cert in New York City. At that cert, my buddy Rich was there. I met a couple other people, but a friend of mine, Anna, was there. I met her through that cert, which is through Denise and Perry. Wound up in that cert, met Anna. Anna wound up, we worked together. We did some stuff with Flow Fitness and everything else together. She was out in Puerto Rico. She contacts me, says she's taking this course called Animal Flow. And I was like, I didn't know what it was, so I looked it up. Turns out my buddy Perry had taken the course. So Anna was coming to take the course. I was like, I don't know about this thing. It's some people moving around on the ground. So I called Perry. Perry says, you definitely need to go there. This guy Mike's a cool guy. He runs a course. He has a great program. Check it out. Cool. So Denise, Perry, Anna, she introduced me into Animal Flow. Now I take the course and I meet Mike Fitch. So I meet Mike and we became cool. I took the course. It was all good. Nothing really came of the relationship at that point. But I took the course. I learned all these cool moves and I went back and practiced them and added them to my program here at Flow Fitness. Fast forward 2 years later, they're looking for master instructors. Mike reaches out to a couple of people that, lo and behold, I had known some of these people through networking and everything else. He winds up contacting me and says, hey, do you want to be a master instructor for Animal Flow? We're looking for people. Your name was dropped. I talked to Perry. I talked to a bunch of different people, and they said to look you up. So from there, I wound up becoming a master instructor for Animal Flow, and this was a couple years ago. From there, I've got to travel to Costa Rica, Indonesia, Croatia, all these different places, all because of that relationship with Mike and the company of Animal Flow. Now, that went from Denise to Perry to Anna to Mike, and I can talk forever. The list goes on and on. A friend of mine, Sarah, had met online. She was the reason I actually wound up meeting Kevin Dean, who left a comment on here. Me and Kevin and Rich and Jared and everyone else have all gone to Perform Better a bunch of different times. From going to Perform Better, I wound up meeting Carlos, who is one of the most amazing salespeople. I would say sales, non-sales people in the industry. He's just a cool dude, and he works for Perform Better. And so we befriended each other, and from him I've got to meet tons of different people, from Mike Boyle to Gray Cook to Kelly Starrett to Eric Cressy, and got to have dinner and chill with these people because of that relationship with Perform Better and Carlos. And you see we got our Perform Better boxes. Actually got this swag here from Perform Better. There are new lines of clothing. So all this stuff, the whole point of this is not to name drop or brag or boast about the people I know and the situations I've been in. It's really to talk about your network. And all of this stems from having an extensive network of people, of reaching out, of calling people, of spending time, of reposting and contacting. And all of that comes to opening opportunities. And that's all you're really looking for, especially when you're new in the industry, or if you've been in the industry forever, you're going to need different opportunities. opportunities to grow as far as your programming concern. If you come out with a DVD, if you have something to sell, whatever it is, it's all going to stem from the opportunities you get, and you get opportunities from meeting different people. Yes, you can try to kick in the door and show everybody how great you are and all that other kind of stuff, but at the end of the day, it's going to be that relationship with that 1, 2 people, 10 people, 20 people, whatever it is, that's really going to push you or catapult you forward in any industry you're in. Again, it's not just a fitness thing, it's just a networking thing. It's so important, it's so vital. The other thing with networking is the ability to refer out. You want to have a big network of people so you don't have to do everything yourself. I've talked about it a million times. I don't do nutrition. I refer that out. I have people that I'm friends with and have mentored and worked with that I send my nutrition cases to them. I have physical therapists in my network. I have chiropractors in my network. All these types of people, I'll have a number in my phone that I can be like, yo, here, call this person, here, call that person. The people I know and I trust, and that's the most important thing. The people in your network you must trust. You can't just have people in your network for the sake of having them, or have this jerk that you're cool with just because they have influence or because they have some kind of power. It needs to be people you truly connect with and you trust. Everybody within my network is somebody that I can call up and be like, yo, can I crash on your couch for a night? You know, like that kind of network you want to build those relationships. One of the most important things in building your network is to form relationships with people. I don't mean romantic relationships. I'm talking about good friendships. Now, the way to form that stuff is you have to make sacrifices, whether it's time, whether it's you going somewhere and traveling, whether it's some money you have to sacrifice. All these things you have to give up in order to be in the presence of different people. Nothing replaces face-to-face interaction. You can repost, you can hashtag, you can do all that stuff online. And some people have Facebook friendships, and that's cool. There's people I'm cool with just via Instagram or Facebook. I consider those like online relationships, but my true friendships and my true network are the people I've actually spent time with. So if I have someone I follow on Facebook or Instagram and I'm in their city, I'm sure to make sure that I reach out to them. Hey, let's have dinner, let's have lunch, let's have breakfast, let's meet up for a drink, whatever. You have to reach out and build that network. It doesn't happen just by doing the stuff online. You have to make those sacrifices. And I remember one time with Denise, I drove to Chicago from New Jersey, slept on a hotel floor just to attend the Perform Better Summit they were having out there because Thomas Myers was going to be there, and I had read Anatomy Train, so I was a huge fan. That was driving time, that was money I didn't have. I was crashing on the hotel room floor just so I can be in the presence of certain people, and through that I met certain people that weekend when I was out there, and that builds your network. You have to make those sacrifices. You can't just sit back and be like, hey, I'm pretty, I'm cool, I'm fun, people should be my friend. No, you have to reach out. Make a phone call. Hey, why not text someone every once in a while? Hey, how you going? How you doing? Just want to check up on you, see how things are going. Give them a phone call out the blue, like, what's up, bro? I'm just calling to see how you doing. You know, if you're around, if you have free time, let's grab a drink or whatever. Let's grab some food. Again, if they're in your area, if there's someone who hosts certifications or they have their own cert or whatever, let them know, like, hey, if you need help, I've taken your cert already, but if you need help, I'll come around and help you out. I'll just come hang out, because I've done that a number of times and just sat in a certification, which I've taken 5 or 6 times. I'll sit in the cert and I'll be like, all right, cool. Who can I network within the certification? So I think that's a huge thing when building your network, is you have to have that face time. It's cool to text and call, whatever, but it's more important that you actually feel the person's energy, because there's something when 2 people meet, there's an energy exchange. It's more than just online stuff. It takes that relationship to another level when you can actually see somebody and see their mannerisms and how they behave. And you know what? Sometimes it'll be someone you realize you were cool with them online, but it's not someone you want in your circle. So be very careful with that too. But you need to spend that face-to-face time with someone. It can't just be this passing by relationships and anything. The only way to build a network is to spend time with someone. So as I said before, I can talk for hours about networking, how important it is, and talk about the people I've met and opportunities I've gotten just from the network. Prime example, in September 23rd, 24th, I'll be out in New York City presenting my FLO-osophy and these topics about networking, about mindset, about all these different things with Dr. Emily, who is amazing. If you don't follow her, you probably should follow her. She has Nabosu technology, barefoot technology, all the amazing stuff she's doing. And again, I met her through the network of friends, introduced me to her, and now we're friends, and just tons of things come out of all this. So be sure to build your network. It's probably the most important thing you're going to need if you want to survive in any industry. So that's my FLO-osophy time. If you guys have any questions, email flowfitness@gmail.com. If you want us to come out to do a presentation at your facility, flowfitness@gmail.com, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.